Um, there we go. So we'll touch on some of them and just see how it goes with the interview.
100%.
All right.
Roughly, roughly
yes.
how long is it?
Normally about 15 minutes.
Lovely.
Okay, so we'll start with there by the vision, what is K2U, obviously what it stands for and what inspired it all, and then we'll take it from there.
All good.
All right, so I'll be back in about, let me see, just over a minute, and then we'll be live.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Thank you
very much.
Chat again now. Thanks, man.
Groot nuus, avontuurliefhebbers. LA Sport Eastern Cape 4x4 by 20 Astelaan Wolmer. Ons nuwe perseel is propvol van alles wat jy nodig het om jou 4x4 droomavontuur waar te maak. Canopies en rubberizing, kragtige hoofligte, dakrakke, tente en meer. Alles wat jy moontlik kan benodig vir jou 4x4 met al die top handelsmerke. En kom vind daar die ideale geskenk vir jou of die avontuurlustiges in jou lewe. Vind LA Sport Eastern Cape 4x4 op Facebook. 'n splinternuwe tuiste vir nog groter avonture.
Do you need professional training in forklifting and welding that includes ARC, CO2, TIG, or health and safety? With over 22 years of experience, Nirvana Business Solutions delivers accredited training for individuals and businesses, including first aid, fire safety, working at heights, and machinery courses. Visit us at 89 Newton Street, Newton Park. Call or WhatsApp 082 4199 858 or go to nirvana.co.za. Nirvana Business Solutions, training that works for you.
Nou, die tyd het aangestap na so 21 minute oor 10 op Luister FM. I'm going to switch to English a little bit this morning, and I have Greg on the line from K2U, the CEO. Greg, good morning. How are you?
Very well, JK. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, man. Thanks for the opportunity. Always lovely to speak to somebody that knows mathematics a little bit, eh?
Just a little.
But listen, I've read about it, in school days, just to go back, how did you do in mathematics?
So if I can, maybe just share the story there. I was actually expelled from school in grade 9.
No.
A total, not for being naughty, for being a total academic failure, completely and utterly. And the principal walked in and told me, pick up my bags and leave. No parents, no nothing, just left. And it took him 6 months to put me back in a school, find a school that would accept me without failing me. And here's the punchline. A grade 11.
Yes.
Young grade 11 got hold of me and said, Greg, I'm going to teach you the language of maths. And after a fight and an argument, he sat me down and he began. And this kid switched my brain on. By the end of matric, I not only came first in the school with 91.5% for maths, and I also got the science cup. I fortunately came second because there was a rocket scientist in the class. I just couldn't beat that kid. But yeah, and from there, we've been on a mission to help young people who have been picked up the perception from the system, etc., that they're just not maths people. I don't believe that one bit. I'm the biggest cabbage you could ever get. And a young kid turned my brain into a genius. And I want it for every single kid. So that's our story. That's what I want every single parent to hear.
I love that. It's so beautiful. But how would you describe the crisis in South Africa with mathematics education?
There's no words to describe what we actually experience in this country. I've got the facts right here. I just put them up on my screen. We're sitting with a 62.4% youth unemployment. 62.4% of the youth between 15 and 24. That's ridiculous. That's over half the population are sitting, and the thing you look for there, it says over 75% have been jobless for a year or longer. You stay 1 year out of a job and you're out for almost ever. For you to pick up your feet again and compete with those that are in the job market, I don't know.
Wow. No, Greg, I remember when President Ramaphosa told us that maybe 2 years we must stop school, and I wrote about this a little bit. What is your thoughts on that?
Yo, now you're opening up a hornet's nest. Listen, I fully agree with our president there. I fully agree. If you want to fix this problem in this country,
Yes.
you have to stop it. The only problem is you can't. Everybody knows that. I don't think he meant stop it. He said that's what you have to do. But what do you do with those 2 years that you've now are just hanging? Nobody, what? We all
Yeah.
go to the beach and have a party for 2 years? No. So we've got a problem here. What he said is correct, but how do you address it? And that's where
Yeah.
KTU, and by the way, we're under the Bundy Foundation, the NPO, that's
That's right.
setting up a whole national drive that we're on to help inform parents about what solutions they could possibly find for their kids. But yeah, you've got a situation. We've got accelerated learning skills that we've developed over what this young man put into my brain. He taught me how to accelerate the learning process. We can close 7 years, literally. The five
Yeah.
skills you need for high school, the five skills that
Yes.
you need for high school. That's your multiplication, your order of operation, your fractions, your formula manipulation, and your speed or intuitive addition and subtraction. If you give me a kid in grade 8 with those skills, I'll give you a distinction in matric, period. So if you've got a kid that's got 100% of that, and it's in the curriculum, but it's in with everything
Yeah.
else, so they don't come fully equipped. So now, if we can do that, we can do that in 3, 4, maybe 6 months if it's a really slow child or whatever the case may be. You can fix it. So we can fix this problem. We know how to do it, and we don't have to keep the country waiting for 2 years. We can actually intervene, and this is our drive. This is why we're on the radio today. Why we made got the invite, etc. Is for this reason. Parents can know you can protect your kids from the high school demise. It's going down. 90% are not going to see a maths score. 90% are going to be out of the
Sure.
picture by the time they hit matric.
Yeah, it's shocking. Tell me, Greg, what is the grade 7 to 12 distinction program and why is it so urgent?
Here again, I'm going to re-emphasize what I've just said. If
Yes,
we
please.
can get hold of our young grade 7s that are transitioning now, they're going into grade 8, and we can give them that, what we call their diagnostic assessment. So, JK, it's not just an assessment. An assessment is what you do at school. You get assessed. By the end of the year, you write a test. And it tells you, well, you know 60 and you lost 40, or you know 40 and you lost 60. A diagnostic assessment looks at the reason why you don't know. What is it that caused your gap in your maths? And then we take a look at the possible interventions. What can be done for a child who's now got to the point of, I'm a 60%er, I'm a 40%er, I'm a no percenter. What can you do with a child like that? We need to fix that and then put him on the track to grade 12. There's a track where he can be managed at his own speed, own pace, and move himself up to grade 12 and guarantee himself a distinction for matric. That's one thing that young guy, grade 11, his name's Ari Zaganov. In our booklet that we're going to give away to anyone who wants that diagnostic, it explains this young chap's assistance to me. And that's what he taught me. Greg, there's ways of learning. You can learn the long way, or you can learn to use your photographic memory in your brain that God has put into our head. We can access this, and we can start to accelerate our memory, which means we can accelerate our learning process.
Wow, it's amazing. But how are you mobilizing parents and schools in a climate of skepticism and systemic failure? How do we work with that?
Yo, JK, this is our challenge. That's why we're on air. This is our challenge. Parents must learn and be educated. They need to be informed. They need to not take the current opinion of what is and what's not. And let's just think, you've heard about from a cabbage who got fixed. Your kids are not cabbages like ours. Your kids are not being expelled like ours. There's hope for everybody. But if you are a parent that's concerned and you've got a child that's willing to work, we've got a solution that we can help this young person, boy or girl, and move forward and give them the inspiration. Most of the kids are lacking the spark now because it's been so damped, watered down. It's been so cramped in their style. We need to release that. They've all got potential. We just need to help them find it and then direct their journey based on their purpose, on the reason for being on this planet.
Well, I want to speak to you about the future. You know, we know in 2024, when we look at the stats, it was shocking. Now we're in 2025, but what does a success look like for K2U in the next 5 years or so?
So with the team that we've actually, I didn't answer your previous question properly. We've mobilized the team. We're training people.
Yeah.
We've got adverts running the whole time. I'm interviewing people all the time. People who want to get out there and inform parents and help them set up the diagnostic assessment. And we've got people that have been trained now how to handle these diagnostic assessments and become tutors. JK, one of the most exciting things is this. For the past 2 years, we did a pilot project with 4 young post-matriculants. And we put them on. We slowly let them go on we've got a full online service, tutoring service, national. And we gave them some of our students, and now we've given them all our students. And these young kids, can I call them kids? Sorry, guys. But it's 4 of you who came out of matric. And we have trained them, and they have started off as tutor assistants, and they're moving up to becoming tutors. This is job creation like nothing else. There are kids out there, there are young post-matriculants that can become tutors and be excellent. Well, there'll be interviews of them on our webpage, so people can hear them speak. And here, we can train a brand new. I'm not talking teachers. I'm not qualified, by the way. I don't have a degree. I don't have any degree. I've got a diploma in electrical light current. If anybody wants me to use their plug. But we can train these young people while they're going to go study and get their degrees and get qualified. They can start earning money and they can learn how to help this country get back on their feet. We are planning in 2030 to have 1,000 tutors trained and assisting right across the country. We want every tutor to have 100 students because that's what they can manage with our system. And guess what? That puts 100,000 students between 2026 and 2030 on their way to a distinction.
Wow. That sounds amazing. As jy dalk nou net vir die eerste keer ingeskakel het, ek gesels met Greg van K2U. Now Greg, a message to parents who feel hopeless, with disconnected to the child's education. What can you give to them? What can you say to them today?
If you are a genuine concerned parent and you have a child that was doing well and now has lost maybe the drive, or is still trying as hard as they can, not achieving the marks, and most important, if you've got kids that are really doing well and you want to make sure they maintain their level of achievement through high school, just take hope. Okay, take hope. One like me should have been kicked out of the academic, which I was. I was kicked out of the academic mainstream. I should be doing really, really low academic jobs with no hope. It's not true. Your child's current performance is not who they are. They need to be given a chance. They need to be given the opportunity to be inspired again. They need to be given connected with a young person who can inspire, motivate, and encourage them towards achieving their best. So I don't look at anybody. Everybody gets a turn. Everybody should have the opportunity. If they don't want it, that's their choice. But let it be because they don't want it, not because somebody has programmed them not to want it. I think that's very, very important, JK.
Great. Now, Greg, when the odds is against you, how do you keep going?
Yes, I've learned from a lot of people how to fight when everything's dark. And there's times when you're sitting all alone and you wonder, will anybody hear the message? We're appealing now. I mean, we're going to have to train. We've got 24,000 odd non-fee paying schools. We've already done our pilot project in there. They're documented, they're recorded. We've seen the results that can be done. We need funders. We need the big funders who are currently funding the grade 12s. And don't fix the grade 12s, fix the grade 8s. And we will fix the grade 12s in time. You won't have the problem if you're prepared to wait 5 years. Let's do it properly, constructively, logically, come down to where it's manageable. If we could go to grade 1, that would be fantastic. But that's really, it's not practical. In this country, our demographics right now, if we can get hold of the transitioning grade 7s and get stuck into their educational journey towards matric, oh my word, the change could be amazing. But we're going to have to train young matriculants from these disadvantaged schools, train them how to become tutors, send them back to their schools. They will go fully equipped and they can start working down there at break times and in the afternoons and on weekends, and they can start teaching our young people their multiplication tables, their fractions, their order of operation. We can give them the basic skills, and we've seen what happens. We've got it on video. You can see the little child's face from a dark, a condensed face to a bright, open, I can do this. I know what 7 times 8 is. And he just says 56. Wow.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Now, I know we can speak a lot more, but Greg, how can listeners get involved and support this movement?
So it's on various different levels. Our first is if you're a parent with a transitioning grades, listen, everybody can apply, but you're going to have to be patient. You know, we're building a team. But you can put your name on the list and we will get to you before 2026 comes around. But you want to come into our webpage. Can I give you the web?
Yes, please. Yeah.
www.stem, STEM, K, a 2 and a U, a K, a number 2 and U.com. On there, you'll find all the links that you need to find to get your free diagnostic assessment. We're not charging for this diagnostic. It's free. There will be a queue. You're going to have to be patient, but get your name on the list, and we've got a team that will attend to you. And there's a booklet that we want to get into the hands of every single parent. It's just been proofread and fixed up. It's going to go out, and it's so informative. Every parent, I believe, needs this book. If you're concerned and you want to protect your child from the 5-year journey down to the 90% exit door, get informed. Do not listen to someone who says your child can't do it. Let's see first. Maybe your child can't. Well, that's fine. There's many other jobs for people who are not mathematically inclined, but they are in the minority. They're not 80-90% of our population.
I think the name to remember is K2U for the parents, especially today. I see a lot of people asking, what's the easiest way to get hold of you? Is that on the website itself?
Absolutely. The application, if you want that diagnostic assessment, the application is there. Just fill in your name. It'll go onto our list, and we've got a team starting to process that list now, and we will contact you. Just be patient, because I know there's a lot of people from all avenue are just asking, how do I help my child? So by all means, do that. We'll send you, once we receive it, we will send you the booklet just while you're waiting for us. And then we will get to you and do the diagnostic assessment and help you see for yourself where your child is and what we can do to help your child move forward. You might use our services or you might use other services. That's another decision. Our services, we've brought the cost right down to under 1,000 Rand. If you want to get involved and you can get your child, we're going to save parents thousands of rands, because most parents start at grade 10 to fix this problem, and then it's too late. Then you're spending 2,000-3,000 Rand a month, and you're putting plasters on the problem, and it's frustration and it's aggravation. No, fix it now. Parents, listen, fix it now. Do it while the child is going brand new into grade 8. Give them that chance.
Greg, thank you so much for the interview today. Maybe just last words for the parents that's concerned today. They must get involved with this program.
So parents, as I've said, put your name on that, apply on the webpage for that free diagnostic or the diagnostic assessment. And any companies that are out there, that we've got the NPO. Our PBO will be registered. Well, we've got the number coming out apparently on the 19th of September is the big promise. So we're ready. We can take in funds. That's a transparent machine to raise the funds we need to train pupils in non-fee paying schools, in disadvantaged schools. We are desperate to get there, because there are so many young, bright geniuses sitting in a classroom and not knowing how to see the day of light. And we know. I've been there. I've been in these schools. I've seen what it looks like, and there are beautiful, beautiful children there. We need funding for that. We need people to come in so we can train the tutors and send them in. Our pilot project of that is already on site, and it's Wollondela Combined Comprehensive Technical High School. They're just on the border of Eastern Transvaal and KZN. We've been
Yes.
in the school. We did 2 months there, and the results are dramatic. With 10 kids, we set up a pilot project so that people can know this thing works. Let's do it. Let's not play games. Let's not have another meeting. Let's get to work. And we need workers and parents. We need you to get involved on that basis. And we need to also educate you, if I may say it diplomatically. How do you work with your child? Are you an asset, or are you bringing him down or her down? These are things all of us as parents, if we've been through parenthood, we know we want the best, but sometimes what we're saying is not really that constructive, and our children are feeling it. So we're going to help on all different levels. There's communication that needs to be had.
Awesome. Greg, thank you for a program called K2U. I think it's going to help our listeners and parents a lot. Thank you for your time, and I hope people enjoyed the message today.
JK, if I can just correct that, it's K2U Learning Systems, P2I Limited.
Learning Systems.
If you look it up, it's K2U Learning Systems, P2I Limited, under the Bundy Foundation.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Greg. We appreciate it. Thank you for your time. And then our listeners will make contact with you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Dis weer daardie tyd van die jaar. 'n nuus en goeds.
Thanks, Greg, man.
That was fantastic. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I hope we got the information over, but I see a lot of people are asking, so I'm sure he did.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Greg. See you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.